Meeny, miny, mo. Doggy, doggy, diamond, step right out. If you don't, I'll kick you out. Not because you're dirty, not because you're clean, just because you kissed the girl behind the dirty magazine. All right, so it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. You know how we do it on Friday. Friday Music Fridays. Friday Music Fridays. And we got a good one for y'all tonight. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, Friday Music Show, we are talking about Do It Again. So we're going to be talking about sequels, song sequels, album sequels. You know how you have that song or you have that album that did so well, that album that was so iconic that later on, when that same artist probably fell off a little bit or made some other hit albums or whatever, had some other hit albums, but nothing exactly compared to that first project when they blew up. Not saying that their first album was the one that was the best or that deserved a part two, but whatever that album was that everybody really loved, and they made a part two to it. So, and sometimes it's that song. Sometimes a song is so good that they'll make a part two to the song and try to ride that wave and try to make that hit again. Does it always work? Let's just say we're gonna leave that up to opinion. We're gonna leave that up to opinion because, hey, to you it might have been like, but to somebody else they might have been like, yeah, the part two was just as good as part one. I've actually never heard anybody say that. So while we're doing this, though, understand that while we are doing this, we are also going to allow series. So like an artist or a group might make a series of albums, like a one, a two, a three, a four, so they may not be piggybacking off of one album. They may be hold on, let me get this thing together. Let me get it together. Get. All right, that's better. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking down at the camera and I don't really like that. I gotta get a taller mic stand. That's what I need. I need it to be taller. I wish it was taller. I wish it was a cat color. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, series of like an artist or a group may have made a series. So they may not have been labeled part one, part two. They may have just been labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. All of that counts. So that's how we giving it up. That's how it's going down on the Daily Go Getimism Show. You know what? I forgot that. I don't know. I guess Kim and Troy will be here, but I forgot to tell them. Normally I text both of them what the topic of the show is going to be. And it's been a rough week, yo. You gotta cut me some sliz. You gotta cut me some sliz this week, because man, I ain't the man that I'm supposed to be, but I'm going to become him. Hold on. We got some cosmetic things going on here that I ain't feeling it, you know what I mean? Not selling that shit. So let me get this out of the way. It got to go. Get that out of the way. Boom, boom. I know I should have done all of this shit before, but this is some of this clutter it's not doing a good thing for my spirit. You know what I mean? It wasn't doing a good thing for my spirit, yo. But we better now. Gucci sweater now. Drop top BM. That's man. I'm the man, boy. Yo. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Do it again. 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 The part two. Songs and albums. The part two, songs and albums. All right. So what songs and what albums come to your mind immediately when you start talking about a series a series or a sequel of albums, you know what I mean, of albums or songs. I already have some in my mind rolling around because there are a good many of them. And like I said, since we are allowing series, not just sequels, but series. Now, if we was talking about, all right, listen, let's just get ready. Let's just get ready. Let's do this thing. We're going to have some fun tonight, Friday night. I need to have some fun. Actually, we've been doing good all week. We've been doing good all week. We've had some laughs. We've had some good conversation. And that's the way I like it to be. Make sure y'all hit the like button though, man. Please don't start fronting on the God already. When you come in here, you don't have to say hi, but please hit that like button. That's the acknowledgement that I'm doing all right. Plus, it helps the channel. The channel needs help. Plus, it helps the channel. The channel needs help. Plus, it helps the channel. The channel needs help. Now, let me see what the Zodiac says how this show is going to go tonight. You know what I mean? Leo, that's me. May 2nd. Career. It says this show might be all right. Gifted with remarkable perseverance due to Mars and Sagittarius, you'll manage those things which other people will give up on. However, if you try to do too much, you'll scatter yourself and waste energy and time. Careful with useless stress. God damn it. Basically, it said, you might be all right. You might don't be all right. Yo, Wes, what's good? What's good? I didn't see you pop in here, T. Carey, right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Señorita Ramirez, a Señorita Ramirez, a Señorita Ramirez, a Señorita, a Señorita, a Señorita, Señorita, a Señorita Ramirez, a Señorita Ramirez. What's going on, Señorita Ramirez? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Señorita Ramirez? And my man, Ninth Gay Stories. That's my man, Jay Slizzer. What's going on, my brother? What's good, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. See, now I'm feeling good. Now I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? You know, when you feel like you going up against a group and you ain't got no, you know what I mean? You ain't got no backup, then, you know, around the corner, you see your boys coming through like, okay, yeah, y'all rumble you now. No, they ain't gonna jump in, but now that I feel like I'm good in case I get jumped. Now I'm about to Good looking out, y'all. I appreciate me some you. You know that I do. But I still need y'all to hit that like button though. You might have forgot to do that. Oh, you said, hola, chico. I just finished watching Thursday's show. Dang, missed a good one yesterday. Yeah, that was a good combo last night. It really was. That was a good combo. But this one's going to be good too. Like I said, tonight we're going to be talking about sequels of songs, of albums. So, like, imagine if Stevie Wonder came out with the Songs in the Key of Life Part 2. Because, Part 1 was, the first one, is iconic album, classic album, probably, arguably, the greatest album ever recorded. I think it could definitely challenge for that. But he never came out with a Part 2. I guess he didn't need to. A lot of times when artists come out with a Part 2 of the album, it's because, their career may have taken a small decline and they trying to reach back and get some of those old fans that made them what they are today. Take like Mary J. Blige. I guess I'm going to steal that one early. Mary J. Tell you what, I'm not going to steal it. I'm just going to do it like this. You know, Mary J. Blige, in the beginning of her career, she made iconic albums. Well, one of those classic albums that people say was her best album ever, later on, she made a part 2. It wasn't that she didn't make any good albums and she had to do a part 2, but I'm sure people were getting in her ear like, we need that old Mary. You know what I mean? I know you got clean and you know what I mean? You in your relationship now, you good, but we need that pain Mary. You know what I mean? You got to understand how many people you helped. You know what I'm saying? People cried to your album and it got them through their rough times, through their trials and their tribulations. We need a part 2. We need that Mary. So she came out with a part 2 of that classic album. I'm not going to take it, but y'all probably know what it is. If you're a big time Mary J. Blige fan, then and you've bought all of her albums, you know which one she made a part 2 to. Was the part 2 anywhere like the part 1? No, of course not. You can't catch lightning in the bottle twice. And more than likely, the reason that part 2 album couldn't do the same thing as the first album could is because she's in a different place in her life. You know, when you write, you know what I mean? When you write when you young and you're seeing the world through the lenses of whatever is going on in your youthful thought process and what little knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you have or whatever. When you get older and you really have enhanced your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you can't get back to that place where you were unless you actually get back to that place in the same situations that you were before. And that's not an easy thing to do unless you on drugs, baby. You gotta be on drugs and shit. Yo, get him a beer. Yo, can I get a beer? One more beer? Can I get a beer? One more beer? One more beer? One more beer? I mean, peace and rest in peace to the ODB. Old dirty bastard. Can I get one more beer? One more beer? All right, so that's how it's going down tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, man. We are talking about Do It Again, part 2 songs and album, part 2 songs and albums, 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 part 2, yeah. All right, Kerry, you got a question? What's the question? What's KS2 preguntas? ¿Cuál es tu pregunta? Okay, that was going to be my question. I don't know. Just stopping by to tell you that Jesus loves you and he died on the cross for you so that you can live with him forever. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate that. Good looking out. Songs with parts 1 and 2 or just albums. Well, in the title, it says Do It Again, part 2 songs and albums. And I kind of, maybe you went to the bathroom or something, but I kind of explained all of that. But it's all good. It's all good. Songs and albums. Songs and albums. So I don't know how many of these y'all know, but I know a good many of them. So they're in my mind right now. But as people start saying theirs, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to protect my neck because I might draw a blank or whatever. You know, I'm not good with the game show. I think fast until sometimes the pressure starts to mount, depending. What up, Carla? Carla. 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 I said, Carla. That's how it's going down, y'all. That's how it's going down. Daily Go Getimism show. Hit the like button. I'm about to go get my seat. We're going to have a sit down and let's have this talk. uh, I said, what? Huh? I said, huh? What? Joski, I said, huh? What? I said, get out your seat. I say, huh? What? All right, son. All right. So this is how we gonna do it. Since it's just us right now, all we got is us. Then us. The train has to take off. The train has to take off. Let's take off. You know what I mean? You gotta take off. But I do owe them. I owe them a call. So I send a Tizex. Send a text. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes people be busy though. Sometimes people be busy though. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So all right, here we go. 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 DMC and DJ Run. Dum. Man. Okay. Okay. So all right. So this is what we're gonna do. Y'all can start putting in your part two songs now. You could do that now, brothers. You could do that now, sisters. You can make that happen. So, like I said, part two of songs, part two albums, and series of albums. Or if they have, if it's a such thing as series of songs, I don't know. But when I say series of albums, because like I said, some artists actually put their made like a series. So it might have been a 1, 2, 3 Roman numeral type of shit. So this is Scatling Crothers 1, Scatling Crothers 2, Scatling Crothers 3. So let's run it. Put your songs, your part two songs in the chat. And since it's just me and you, let's go back and forth. We can do it all day. Bam, bam. All right, so what we got? James Brown, Papa's got a brand new bag. That was a part two? That was a part 1 and 2? Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a Papa's got a brand new bag, part 1 and 2. I didn't know that. I really didn't. All right, Usher Confessions. He had a part 2. He had a part 2 to that too? Did he really? I didn't know that. I didn't know. You said yes. I said I didn't know. I didn't know. So it's just going to be me and you, Carrie? All right, then bang. All right. So I'm going to go with EPMD. And I could do 2 things with EPMD. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the song Jane. Anybody who has bought EPMD albums knows that they always had a song about Jane. Jane. So on a Strictly Business album, Jane. On a Unfinished Business album, Jane Part 2 or whatever, they kept the whole Jane thing going. Every album that EPMD made, they had a Jane song on it. And every one of those songs was pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that one. And I will go also with, I'll go with Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4. Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. What we got? Do you know the group No Doubt? Yeah, I remember them. Okay. Don't speak, cool, no doubt. Okay. All right. So that was like a sequel? That was like a sequel? Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna go with Redman and Super Lover. What was it? What did he go? On every Redman album, he had a Super Lover. What do you call that? Super. What was it? Every Redman album had a Super Lover, some Super Lover song. All right, wait. Redman Super Lover. Superman Lover
is a series of funk rap tracks that follow a comedic superhero. These tracks, inspired by other artists, explore dysfunctional romantic situations across multiple albums.
There you go. Super Lover, Superman Lover, Superman Lover. I'm like, Superman Lover. Every Redman album, he had a Superman Lover song. And they was pretty dope. Oh, Clay coming through. Shook Ones 1 and 2. Yeah. Well, we know the Shook Ones part 2, that was the one. You know what I mean? You ain't a crook, son. You just a Shook One. Yo, when that fucking beat come on. When that intro come on, Shook Ones is crazy. Down, 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 down. Down, down, down. They played that at Prodigy funeral. They played Shook Ones they just played the instrumental. I could see them at Prodigy funeral. Please get the money. QB fighters, QB. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Rest in peace. All right. What we got? All right, we doing it. All right. Hold on. Let me get right. Beyonce had I Am Sasha Fierce, a double album. I'm not sure if we can count that one. Now she had a I Am Sasha Fierce 1 and a I Am Sasha Fierce 2. Yeah, but just because it was a double album. So what we gonna do? 1999 and Songs in the Key of Life and Life After Death, Biggie. That doesn't count unless you explain it a different way that I'm not reading into. All right. Hard Off? What does that mean? Carrie says, son, we were just talking about that song last month. I mean, Shook Ones was crazy. Shook Ones, that intro is stupid. Mobb Deep, Mob have you cuss out the boss. Yes. Oh, you said you're reading it wrong? I thought I read what was there. All right, it says Beyonce had I Am Sasha Fierce, a double album. What am I reading wrong? I Am was one album, and Sasha Fierce was the second part. They were sold together. Yeah, don't count. Mm-mm. Yeah, that don't really. I mean, so would Speaker Box and The Love Below with Outkast, would that count? I don't think we can count it. Part 1 and 2. So all right, fuck it. It counts. All right, we got it. We got it. It counts. No, we not counting Speaker Box and Love Below. No. That was one album, it was one project. That's why I don't want to let that count, because it was one project. What I'm talking about wasn't one project. It was you know. Yeah. Mm-mm. 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 That don't count. That don't count. That one project. It gotta be two projects. Like it's on one album and then on another album. Or it's just a single. Okay, one single and the other single. So with that being said, I'm going to go with Betty Wright and No Pain, No Gain. And then she did After the Pain. She did No Pain, No Gain, No Pain. And then she did After the Pain. Here's the thing. I like No Pain, No Gain. It was all right to me. But After the Pain is my shit. So I think her sequel, her follow-up to No Pain, No Gain, After the Pain, was better. And to me, it was way better. You said stop moving the goalpost. Okay. If it was on the same album, then it don't count. If it was the same project, it don't count. No. Now I'm gonna let you have your little Beyonce, but I'm not gonna let you do it again. So anybody who wants to bring up Outkast, Speaker Box, and Love Below, no. Anybody who wants to bring up Life After Death, yes. Because Life After Death, the project, the album, was a follow-up to Ready to Die. So that does count. Or does it? Ready to Die, Life After Death. I don't like it myself. I don't like it. Matter of fact, I'm taking it back. Nope, Life After Death don't count. Fuck it. Jason said, you mentioned Redman, so I gotta mention Jane's series of. I mentioned that first, Jay. You gotta stop walking away from this phone. I mentioned that first. So I already took the Jane. I got the Jane. Such a wonderful name. It reminds me of a high school flame. Yep, already took. I took that joint, Jay. Give me that. Give me that shit. Got you, Jane. Superman love. Got that shit. I took that shit. What else y'all got? What you got? Don't be damning me. It's Saturday. It's the Sabbath. Chill. What else y'all got? What y'all got? Come on, man. I mean, y'all hip hop junkies and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna let old son press y'all. You ain't gonna let son get you on the wall, grip you up by your collar and shit. You ain't gonna let son do that to you. All right, I'm ready. So I'm going with My Life by Mary J. Blige, since I already took it in the beginning. So I'm going with My Life, Mary J. Blige, and My Life Part 2. She came out with a My Life Part 2. Was My Life Part 2 anywhere near as good as My Life? No. Fuck no. Was it good? Yes. But not hell yes. It was just yes. Just regular yes. You know what I mean? It was just My Life Part 2. There's some things that can't be duplicated. She can't get back to that part in her life. She can't do it. What y'all got, man? All right, so while y'all thinking y'all little shit, cause I see I got y'all fucked up. Let's have a little talk about whether the part twos of songs and albums are as good as the first. Like, do the sequels normally do they normally live up to the hype of the original? I'm going to say for the most part, no. For the most part, I'm going to have to say no. No. But with that Betty Wright song, for me, After the Pain was better than No Pain, No Gain. Now, most people will tell you that No Pain, No Gain was better than After the Pain, but a lot of people don't even know After the Pain. So I think if they heard After the Pain, I think they would understand. Okay. All right. So Clay says The Watcher, Rakim. Now, what is that? I don't know what that is. Was The Watcher, was that a TV show? Was it a movie? I don't know what that is. You got to explain that a little bit. All right. Carrie says R. Kelly and Jay-Z, The Best of Both Worlds, features songs that were follow-ups to the other person's song. Now, were they follow-ups to the other person's song from previous projects or on that project? That's what I need to know. Were they on Best of Both Worlds? Because I bought the album, but I didn't really listen. I didn't like it. I don't like it. You said series, songs, or albums. I also said they can't be on the same project. That. Now, didn't they do a Best of Both Worlds Part 2? I believe they did. Didn't they? They can't be on the same project. Now, if you're telling me that the songs on Best of Both Worlds were follow-ups to their songs on previous albums, previous projects, then the answer is yes. If not, no. And Clay says Sade says no. I don't think y'all understand what we're doing here. I think there must be some confusion. All right. So what we're doing, what we're doing is we're talking about songs and sequels to those same songs. Like if a song came out, it was a hit, it was popular, and that artist came out with a part 2 of that song. That qualifies. If a group or an artist made a series of albums, like I said, Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, those 1, 2, 3, and 4 albums had nothing to do with each other, but it was a series. It was a series. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That counts. If another album, if a artist with an album made a part 2 of that album, not on that same project, but on a separate project that you had to buy and listen to separately, then that counts. That's what we are talking about tonight. So it's a series or it's a sequel. That's what, but it can't be on the same album. Unless the sequel to the songs or the not a remix. Remixes don't count. We're not doing remixes. We've done remixes before. So this is not remix. This is a whole part 2. Different song, different year, different age. But there are albums that have a part 1 and a part 2 on the same album, and that will count. So the only way you can the only way it can count on the same project is if it is actually on this numbered 1 and 2. So, we giving it up like that. So with that being said, R. Kelly, Trapped in the Closet, parts 1 through 7. Or was it 7 or was it 14? It was some shit. The Trapped in the Closet series. All them damn songs, all them damn videos, or whatever. That counts. So I'm trying to eliminate the confusion. Rakim made The Watcher, produced by Dr. Dre, then did a part 2. Okay, that all right, you got to say that though. Don't assume I know. Because to me, Rakim ain't made nothing good since he was with Eric B. Real shit, Rakim, when he came back in 97, I was like, yeah, Rakim is back. I'm like, no, he's not. He's all right. He's all right. It ain't easy to catch that same flavor. All right, Green Day 1, 2, and 3. Got you. Green Day 1, 2, and 3. Got you. Got you. All right. You said I answered a question in the second one. Was okay. I answered your question. Is the second one as good as the first one? Sade said it's never good as the first time. I was trying to be clever. Bombed, obviously. I can't. So Eric B was hitting the white lines. Well, listen, man. Listen, on them Eric B and Rakim albums, they used to have all them whack ass instrumental, those scratching records for Eric B. I used to be like, nigga, you are ass. You don't need your own record scratching. You're slow. You don't know how to go back and forth. Don't nobody want to hear that shit you doing. That shit was average. Amateur. I just started, I'm DJing last month. Jiggy. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. All right, so I'm gonna go with the boot. Raekwon the Chef, Wu-Tang. He had a classic album, Built for Only Cuban Links. Classic, dope album, 5 mics in the source, 5 mics in real life. Came out in 1995. The Purple Tape. And he also, later on in the 2000s, came out with Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2. You can't be young in that same drug dealing, hustling, you know what I mean? Just trying to keep my head above water mind state. You can't do that after you've grown, learned, you know what I mean, made it through the fire, then got successful. You ain't on no corners hustling and nothing. You living out in the burbs. You can write checks for shit. Your kids ain't wanting for nothing. It's hard. It's hard to recreate that hunger. It's hard. Regardless of your talent, it's hard to recreate hunger. Hunger is a one-shot deal. Not that you can't be hungry again, but you can't be hungry in that same time frame and that same frame of mind. So yeah, Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2 was like, no. Yeah, Jason the Eric B scratch instruments sucked ass. They was the worst. Lord, this fucking film. And I hate to say it, every time I get into discussions about, people be saying Rakim is the greatest rapper ever, and you know what I mean, blah, blah. And I'll be like, yo, his albums had all that filler in it. They did. Now, the albums wouldn't have more than about maybe 11 songs, and then you got four scratching songs or instrumentals on that shit. Like, you cheating. And it wasn't, contrary to popular belief, all Rakim's songs, even when he was with Eric B, wasn't all good. The ones that were good are the ones we talk about all the time. He's literally the artist whose best songs actually were singles. All the other artists, they got, great songs that never became singles, or, you know what I mean? Not him. The best songs became singles. They really, it was like that. Let me see. Carla says, Destiny's Child, Independent Women, Part 1 and Part 2. Got you. All my independent women. I actually used to like that song. I used to be like, I hate the fact that most women empowerment songs that women do, I be liking them shit. Them angry songs, them angry women songs. I be like, yeah, that shit catchy though. All right. Go bitches. Go bitches. I ain't got no business liking that shit. I ain't got no business liking that shit. All right. Now y'all, okay. Erykah Badu, New America Parts 1 and 2. Okay. Got you. I see what you're doing though. I see what you're doing. I see you. I see you. You gonna test, you gonna be like, Say it can't be in the same project, huh? I see what you're doing. I do. I see what you're doing, but it's okay. It's okay. De La Soul, Artificial Intelligence, Mosaic Thump, Artificial Intelligence, Bronx. I love that series, man. I love that series. You know what my song is on that? It's a song on the first one. Trying. Trying. That's my shit. Man. De La, all members of De La should be alive. It ain't the same without Dave. You can't have that shit is disgraceful. It's disgraceful. Yeah, 2008 and 2010. So I'm not sure what you're talking. No. I know you good. I know what you good. I know you good. I just know you know what I mean? You hiding in the shadow, behind the bushes. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see. We gonna see. I see you. I see you. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, trying was top. The way I used to run that song, that shit used to just put me in a zone. Like we'd be like, I got fans around the world, but my girl's not one of them. I was like, hey, I wasn't even living that, but I felt him on that shit. Got fans around the world, but my girl's not one of them. She said that she says I need a man, and my son needs a father, and I'm not ready at all to tell her don't bother and break. But still, I can't. That's my shit. It's my shit. Now, what was that, like year 2000, I believe? I just moved in here. I used to listen to that shit back to back to back. I was like, do y'all know this shit? Y'all know De La out here kicking it? You know what I mean? Yeah, do y'all know? They ain't know. They ain't know. All right, what we got? The Isley Brothers are notorious for having part one and part two songs on the same album. They are. And we'll allow it. Because it's a part one and a part two on the same. It's a part one and a part two. We'll allow it. So if you want to, you know, if you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you feel it in your heart, to, you know what I mean? Then I'm going to let you, you know what I'm saying? So don't you worry about a thing. Says crazy. De La lost Dave. And yeah. Oh man. Fife Didog. And you know what? You know what's the craziest part about De La and Quest? I hated both of them when they came out. I used to call them De La Soft and A Tribe Called Queer. Because I didn't care how lyrical they were. I wasn't feeling that vibe. But both of their second albums woke me the fuck up and solidified my fandom in them for good. De La with De La Soul is Dead. That's my motherfucking album. And the Low End Theory. I mean, and when you really think about it, those albums defined the end of our teens and the beginning of our 20s. When you really think about where you were turning 19 to 20, like think about where you really were physically and mentally and emotionally. What the fuck is a 20-year-old black man going through and thinking about at age 19 turning 20? That shit is on some other shit. Speaking of which, Jay, you must have took your birthday off of Facebook because you just had a birthday, my dude. My brother just had a birthday. And we ain't give him no shout out because I couldn't see him. Well, happy belated birthday, because your birthday is April 20 something. And I know that. Your birthday is April 20 something, and it ain't April no more. You said, laugh my ass off on the 27th. And yeah, I took it off. I'm like, wait a minute. That shit ain't come up on my notifications. Happy belated born day, my brother. Happy belated born day. You getting in the birthday shout outs tonight then. You getting shout out, you know what I mean, on some late shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Don't nobody, you know what I mean, who helped build this movement, you know what I mean, be moving through the shadows undetected for their born day? What you think this is? I mean, yeah, get out of the witness protection program. Yeah. We family. Come to your family house. Use your real name. We not calling you. We not calling you I don't know, Bernard Freeman. I'm not calling him that shit. I don't care what crime he committed and what CIA. I'm not Bernard. Jason, listen. Fuck it. From now on, he's gonna be Jason Bourne. That's my nigga, Jason Bourne. Yeah, Jason Bourne. All right. We got some good shit here. We got some good things going on. Alanis Morissette. What she got? What she got? What she got? What she got? All right. Make me say it again. Isley Brothers. Okay. All right. All right. Carla says Empire State of Mind Part 1 and Part 2, Alicia Keys and Jay-Z. All right. Prodigy, HNIC Part 1 and 2. Yes, absolutely. And you know, Prodigy used to be getting real dark on his albums. P was on some shit. He used to be getting dark. You know what I mean? Yeah, pull your shades down. Turn all the lights out and maybe even the heat off when you listen to HNIC albums. Prodigy was different. Jesus said, I didn't like them either, but they changed my mind pretty quick. That's what I'm saying. When De La dropped De La Soul is Dead, and I listened to this shit. I was like, this shit gonna be ass too. No, they weren't. They weren't. And you know who else I didn't like at first? And I thought they second album, because De La was real intricate on their first album. And sometimes I just wasn't matching their lyrics with their beats and all of that. It wasn't the same thing with Tribe. You know, all that shit they was talking about. Lost My Wallet and El Segundo and Bonita Apple. But I wasn't feeling none of that shit. But I think somebody must have talked to them, both of them those groups, on their second album, like, yo, you gotta, you know what I mean? Now y'all solidified and whatever, people believe in y'all, but y'all gotta do some shit. Y'all gotta show them y'all can really rhyme. And it seemed like that's what they were determined to do on both of those albums, Low End Theory and De La Soul is Dead. Like, we're gonna show you. Before we got all deep, and as young as they were, getting all deep like that. Like, all right, now we're gonna show y'all we can actually rhyme. I'm gonna show y'all why we actually got a deal. Like, what you think? Prince Paul was fucking with us because we ain't know what we was doing? All right, peep this. So, yeah. All right. Busta Rhymes, Extinction Level Event, and Extinction Level Event 2, Wrath of God. True. And really, I would have accepted Busta first 4 albums for real. Because he was on the first 4 albums, going towards 2000, and then after it, like, his first 4 albums were pretty much in succession, piggybacking off of each other. I would have accepted his first 4 albums on some real shit. So yes. Method Man and Method Man, Redman, Blackout Part 1 and 2. Got you. Clay says, I said it as a female empowerment song. I like to sing. Yo, I was into that. I was all into that Lilith Fair shit. I'm listening to Sheryl Crow and fucking Sarah McLachlan and Jewel, Alanis Morissette. I was like, damn. I'm like, these folksy folksy, white bitches, they got a little something going on. You peep this shit out. All they need is a drum. Guitar playing, guitar strumming ass, unplugged ass. But yeah, I was feeling it. So yes, P with the Illuminati talk. Yeah. And other shit. He was dark. He was dark. All right, Carla says So Lonely Part 1 and 2 by Mariah Carey. Got you. All right. I'm gonna go with all right. Remember Ghostface Killer came out with All That I Got Is You. All that I got is you. And I'm so thankful I made it through. All right. Well, Raekwon came out with All I Got Is You, All That I Got Is You, Part 2. And Ghost ain't on the song. Now, remember All That I Got Is You, Raekwon wasn't on his song. But in Part 2, Ghostface ain't on that song, and that's Ghostface's song. So that was on the Immobilarity album. That was Raekwon's second album. Immobilarity, if you want to check it out. And remember that song, that singer Big Bub? Big Bub, he was from, what group was he from? Big Bub. Hold on. What group did the singer Big Bub used to belong to?
Singer Big Bub, whose real name is Frederick Lee Drakeford, used to be the lead singer of the R&B New Jack Swing group Today. The group was active in the late 1980s and early 1990s.
Sure was. Big Bub. And the reason I knew who Big Bub was, because when I was in college, I had a friend of mine, he used to love Today, and he was always talking about Big Bub. Big Bub had came out with a solo project. He was like, yo, Big Bub got it going on. Big Bub. I was like, what the fuck is Big Bub? Everybody want to hear that Big Bub. Evidently, they did want to hear some Big Bub. They did want to hear some Big Bub. All right. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Method Man, Tikal, and Tikal 2000. Miles away from each other. This is what had me thinking that Meth was really whack. To me, he was always suspect as far as being dope anyway. But listening to Meth nowadays, I'm like, well, why wasn't you rhyming like that then? Like, nigga, you rhyming now like you got a ghostwriter and you freestyling. You wasn't rhyming like that when it counted. Real shit. The 55-year-old Method Man is fucking hot. Go figure. When it's your time, it's your time. When it's your time, it's your time. All right, so what I got? All right, let me see. LL Cool J, Rock the Bells, and the original Rock the Bells. So Rock the Bells went LL Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anybody, I don't care, you tell. I excel. And the original Rock the Bells was, people tell me that you're tired of that you're missing all my scratching and drums. And of course I want to expand to the maximum. So I decided one more element inside of LL, came up with something funky called Rock the Bells. Okay, so we going with that. All right. What else y'all got? Carrie said, Method Man is a vibe, though. I guess he always was. I just couldn't figure out why. I used to be like, dude, I didn't want to call him whack because everybody would have got on me, but I was like, kind of ass. Don't be saying shit. And he didn't. I was like, out of the woo, he was the almost the least lyrical besides ODB, but you want to talk about a vibe? ODB was a vibe, a dirty vibe. You know what I mean? But he was a vibe. Trying to remember the roots. Okay. So, okay. Wait a minute. I got it. This shit almost got erased from my dome. Let me see. Okay. So Fat Joe had an album called Jealous One's Envy. And that spells out Joe. And that's probably the only thing Fat Joe ever wrote because he don't write none of his rhymes. Jealous One's Envy. Then he came out with an album called Jealous One's Still Envy. And guess what? Jealous One's Still Envy might have been better than Jealous One's Envy. Now, Jealous One's Envy was dope, but Jealous One's Still Envy might have been better. Clay says Super Freak, Rick James as a single. He had a part 2 extended version B-side. The only reason I'm going to allow it is because it wasn't on the album. You think Jose was better? Oh, yeah, Jealous One Still. yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it was. Oh God, Lil Wayne, the Carter and the Carter 1 and 2. The Carter 1 and 2. Okay, I think I see what's going to happen somewhere around here. Somewhere along the lines here. Okay. All right. That's a good one. Make sure y'all hit the like button, though. Don't forget about me. Don't forget about me, son. Don't forget about me. All right, let me see. Wait. Okay. Gang Starr, the Militia and the Militia 2. Rest in peace, Guru, without a doubt. So, okay, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna go with this. So we got Marley Marl, the album where he had the symphony. And that was Marley Marl In Control Volume 1, and he came out with a Marley Marl In Control Volume 2. Here's the thing. In Control Volume 1 had the symphony Part 1. And Marley Marl In Control Volume 2 had the symphony Part 2 that a lot of people don't know about. And you know the reason that they don't know about it? Because it wasn't nowhere near as good. It was a little bit, yeah, it was nowhere near as flavorful as The Symphony Part 1. It ain't easy to pull off a song like that twice. Now, you would have thought maybe they could because, you had some good Juice Crew artists there, you know what I mean? Like, you ever wonder, like, why wasn't Biz Markie on the Symphony Part, the first Symphony? Like, why was Master Ace on there? Biz should have been on there. We didn't even know who Master Ace was at that time. Like, who is this guy? He's the original Juice Crew. Shouldn't he had Tragedy Gaddafi on it? Well, he wasn't. He was just Tragedy at the time, or Intelligent Hoodlum. He wasn't even the Intelligent Hoodlum yet. He was Tragedy. Or they could have had Glamorous of the people that they had from Juice Crew All Stars. Shan wasn't even on the Symphony for good reason. I've heard Shan's reasoning for not getting on there. He's like, I'm tired of Marley making a tape of us freestyling, and then next thing you know, it's on a record and we ain't get paid shit. Said Marley used to be jerking. Okay, so okay. All right. Okay. So we going with that. So the Militia and the Militia 2. All right, so I'm gonna go with Jay-Z in My Lifetime Volume 1 and In My Lifetime Volume 2. In My Lifetime Volume 1 and In My Lifetime Volume 2. All right. All right. Come on, y'all. Get it together. All right. Clay said Marshall Mathers, LP2 by the GOAT. I know this will set some. Nah, I can't. I don't think that Eminem is the GOAT, but I can't say that he ain't close. I mean, white boy can rhyme his ass off. Plus, he got a battle rap background. How can I be mad at him? He put a lot of rappers on. Where would Royce the 5'9" have fit into the game if it wasn't for Eminem? And battle rappers like Marv One, that was in D12 or whatever. Well, he was actually in the movie what was the name of the movie? Damn, what was the Eminem movie called? I don't know. I love that movie. I love the soundtrack. But no, I ain't. Anybody who say that Eminem is the GOAT, I ain't. To me, he could never be the GOAT because I get sick of hearing him kind of quick. But lyrically, what can I say? 8 Mile, thank you. And when I tell you I was drawing a blank for the 8 Mile, like I had nothing. There was nothing I was about to be able to do. 8 Mile. Yeah, I like the movie. I love the soundtrack. You know what I mean? Yeah. So sometimes people will bring Eminem up just to make hip hop purists mad. I don't get mad at that. I'm like, yeah, he was dope. He was dope. He still is. He got it. All right. Okay. Fuck. Everybody in the hit squad pretty much had like a running. What was Keith Murray's running character on what songs did he repeat on every album? And K Solo too. I can't think of it right now, but I'm going to go back to MC Shan. MC Shan Beat Biter Part 1 and Part 2. Beat Biter. Beat 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 Biter. Boom. Blam 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 blam. All right. Yeah, I know you mentioned, but it seemed like everybody on the hit squad had that sort of running type of thing. I know that K Solo did, but I can't remember what it was. Shoot, for all I know, Das EFX had it too, but I can't remember what it was. All right, so. Okay. So we said, okay. Shit. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cause what's his name? Wasn't Shan? It was somebody else. Oh, wait. Damn it. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Wait. I got all of these artists in my head. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I know I got shit. I got John Blaze shit. I got John Blaze shit. Okay. Oh, there you go. Nas. Nas had Illmatic and he had Stillmatic. Nas, Illmatic, and Stillmatic. I was going to say that a few artists ago. I was like, oh, I got to remember that shit. That's why it's good to write this shit down. Because I was like, I'm going to fuck around and forget that shit. Nas, Illmatic, and Stillmatic. Okay. What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? Oh shit. You said Nas earlier, but the comment didn't stick. I ain't see that. I ain't see that. Destiny's Child's No, featuring Wyclef, part 1 and 2. All right. Okay. All right, Trey. I see you. No. I said. All right, Trick Daddy and every album that he had being named Thug something. Every album he made was Thug this, Thug Holiday, Thug this, Thug. He was always thugging. But since I can't remember exactly what it was, I thought you said no remixes. What remixes did I talk about? Illmatic and Stillmatic were 2 different albums. So we're not talking about that, right? What remixes? What remixes did I speak of? Did somebody already say Jill Scott's Part 3 Words and Sound series? No. That's valid. That's very valid. That's very, 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 very valid. Very, 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 very valid. Very, 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 very. You said don't do that. I know about Nas. Okay, well, which one? What remixes are you talking about? That's all I'm asking. No was remixes, not part 1 and 2. All right, see, when I see part 1 and 1, I didn't like the song, so I wouldn't know if it had a part 1 or part 2. So my bad, Carly. No, you gotta come better than that. You gotta come better than that. That wasn't a part 1 and part 2. No. No. Funkadelics, One Nation Under a Groove, One Nation Under a Groove, part 1 and part 2. It was on the same album, but it was a part 1 and it was a part 2. Carla said, "Dang it, Carrie! Oh, you know you was cheating. She knew she was cheating. Jill Donald Trump ass. You know, because Trump always cheating and shit. I need to know so I can start calling out remixes. Okay, all right, I got you. Yes, I can't listen to it. I can't listen to them that long. Yeah, we not fucking around with that. I'm good. No. All right. Look, let's see. Even though he got to rest in peace, Soul Sonic Force, Planet Rock part 1 and part 2. They had a Planet Rock 1 and a Planet Rock part 2. And needless to say, the Planet Rock part 1 was way better than the part 2. Way better. All right. So I love Eminem, but I have about a 2 to 3 song limit. I understand. You know, when you taking the infrared light and you messing with a cat, you know, like if you keep the light in a straight line, the cat won't be interested anymore. That's Eminem after about 3 songs. You gotta be like, you gotta take the infrared, the little dot, and you gotta be like boom, so the cat can chase it, then boom up, and then maybe over, and then maybe down. You gotta give him a chance to hunt it. If he sees it like you just going all crazy, like he's just going, he's gonna be like, I knew it was a hoax. Van Halen 1 and Van Halen 2. God damn, yes. Now, y'all should know, all y'all rock band listeners, rock band lovers, y'all know rock bands always doing 1s and 2s and 3s. They stay doing series. But yeah, that's a good one. Outkast, Art of Storytelling, part 1 and part 2. Yeah, Carrie said Confessions earlier. I'm stuck on this Outkast Art of Storytelling Part 1 and Part 2 because those weren't. Oh, Dre. It's still Dre. The Chronic Part 1 and Part 2. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. And you could argue that Dre Day and It's Still Dre are like a Part 1 and Part 2. You could argue that. Carla said, okay, son, I give up. Because you cheating. That's why. You cheating. Play fair, Carla. Play fair and everything will be all right. You got all the kids mad at you. They're going to start telling. Van Halen has some nice songs too. Roth was one of the crazy white boys. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. The group wasn't the same when he left and they had Sammy Hagar. He was all right, but you know, like the group Van Halen and David Lee Roth was like a perfect match. Hold on. Somebody. I saw something. Oh shit. This boy come an hour and a half late. Like it ain't shit. That's my man's though. That's my man's.
Hola, papi.
Man, hold up, popping my ass. You motherfucker come in all late. You know what I mean? Like what? What? Y'all still open, right? This shit said. Yeah. The signs say y'all close at 5:00. It's 4:57. Y'all gonna let me in?
I still can't get a hold of you, man. Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Papi.
You gotta do better, man. I expect more from you. You understand? I expect more from you. And the likes of you. Hold on. Okay, let's do this again. All right, we good. We good. Levels is good. Levels is good.
I'll just wait for you to say it.
Levels is good. All right. So we're talking about the sequels of songs, the series of songs, and no remixes. But if there was a part 1 and a part 2 or whatever, or however how they went, you could do that. And you can do like a series, like however far it go. Like I did Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, the rules are you can't do double albums or like shit that was on like the same project. So like Outkast, Love Below, and Speaker Box. No. That no. It's the same project. However, Biggie, Life After Death, and Ready to Die might qualify. Might. Because it's sort of like the follow-up, but it's not really a part 2. Like But I guess if I'm allowed to say Illmatic, Nas, Illmatic, and Stillmatic, then Ready to Die and Life After Death might be considered a series. So it would count. But I already did it. But just let you know.
So I already did it.
I did it earlier in the show. You know, back when you wasn't born. What you got?
The Police, Synchronicity 1 and 2.
Got it. Good one. Very good. Very refreshing. Very refreshing. All right. Let me see. Jason says, I've never been into cocaine, but every time I hear Panama, I want to do like 3 bumps in a fat line, right? Panama. Okay. Yeah. Y'all still open, right? Right? It's 4:57 and my fries better be hot. All right, Carla says Jay-Z, Girls, part 1 and 2. That's true. That actually was a part 1 and part 2. I got you. All right, and Radiohead had Amnesiac and Kid A. Amnesiac and Kid A. All right. Not even sure what you mean by that. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, I did Streets is Watching. I did that with Jay. I did that with earlier. Yeah, the Streets is Watching. I did that. No, I didn't. You said the Streets is Watching part 1 and part 2. I didn't do that. I did In My Lifetime part 1 and part 2. So yeah, that you can do that. You got that one. Yeah, the Streets is Watching and the Streets is Talking. Yeah, you got that.
Okay. I got one.
What you got?
Usher had a song. I Need a Girl part 1 and part 2. But the fucked up part is that hold up. I just thought about that. Because, Diddy produced both songs, I Need a Girl part 1 and part 2, but Usher wasn't on part 2. Mm. So I guess you can't use that.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying?
No. You can still use it because it's you can use that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's still a series. Because I did All That I Got Is You by Ghostface, and then Raekwon did All That I Got Is You part 2, and Ghostface ain't on the song. So just like Raekwon wasn't on Ghostface song, Ghostface ain't on Raekwon's song, and that's the part 2. So nah, you good.
Okay.
Yeah, that
can. Nervous. I felt the spirit of Kim's coming out, cursing me out.
All right, good looking for that, Carrie, because I didn't know what you was talking about with the Radiohead. I got you. Let me see. All right. Wait a minute. Stevie Wonder did some part 1 and part 2 songs, or part 1 and part 2 albums. And I know Prince did too. All them damn albums he made. Wait a minute. No, that was a remix. We can't do that one. And by the way, R. Kelly's trapped in the closet has already been taken. So just in case you was thinking about that. Let me see. But R. Kelly's TP2 that wasn't really a part 2 album. Because where's TP1?
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I can't do that. Wasn't there a part 2 of
R. Kelly? R. Kelly?
No. Let the Music Play by Shannon. Let the music. Wasn't that part 2?
Yeah, it was.
How did the part 2 go? Because I remember there being a part 2.
It was similar to part 1.
Okay.
Wait, was Give Me the Night the part 2 to
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering. Give me tonight. I don't think that was a part 2 to that.
Unless I think it was an extension to that. I think it was a part 2, which it was the same thing, but it was an extended to the.
I ain't gonna mess with it. All right, wait. Yeah, Clay, I did Illmatic and Stillmatic. I did that one. I did that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take it way back. Buffalo Girls by Malcolm McLaren and the Supreme Team, the world famous Supreme Team. All right, so Buffalo Girls and the part 2 was we're on a world tour with Mr. Malcolm McLaren. We're going each and every place, including Spain, Asia, Africa, Tokyo, Mexico. He went to the places where the people told him not to go. That was the part 2. And that was called Hobo Scratch. Looking like a hobo. That was part 1, but Hobo Scratch was the one with just the scratching and the world famous Supreme Team show. There you go. There you go. Okay. What you got, Troy?
Let me see. Trying to think. Back to R. Kelly, right? He had an Ignition part 1 and 2.
He did, but that don't count because that's actually a remix.
I thought the same thing. That's why I wondered. I thought that it was.
Yeah, that was a remix.
Now, Fabulous, P. Diddy, and Jagged Edge had a part 1 and part 2 to treat it all.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Long as it was a part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah, it was a part 1 and a part 2.
All right. Yeah, as long as it wasn't on the same project, it counts. But then again, even if it's on the same album, if there was a bona fide part 1 and part 2, then it counts.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, The Message and The Message 2.
Yeah, they did. That was 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. Now, The Message 2, how did that go? Because it had a different name. Wait a minute, hold on. The Message 2 by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Let me see how that went. It's called Survival. Only the strong can survive. It's called Survival. Only the strong. Yeah, I remember liking it. You know what I mean? That was my shit. Yeah, the message too. Survival. 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 Remember, a child is born with a state of mind. He was blind to the way. That was my shit. I'm ready to grab me a piece of cardboard and start spinning and shit.
Hold on, let me put a beat up.
Woo! Looking for the perfect beat. I'm like, you goddamn Bambaataa. He over here raping little boys and putting out. He out here putting out dope tracks and raping boys at the same time. The guy, boy.
Leave it alone before Hassan Campbell call you.
Ain't that some shit? He trying to defend that shit. I'm like, if you don't get that, if you don't get that KRS-One bullshit out of here, fuck out of here. Hassan Campbell claiming you invented hip hop, huh? You just know everything, huh?
Hassan Campbell's the one that said that African Bambaataa touched him, remember?
Damn, he sure was. That wasn't the bull on the there was this other bull on the internet that claimed he was there when all of the, when hip hop was invented. Kool Herc didn't invent it. This person didn't. I thought his name was Hassan Campbell. Maybe it wasn't.
I got one for you.
All right.
My Deep Shook Ones Part 2.
Did that. I did that. I did it. I did it. Well, no. Clay did that one. My bad. Clay did that one.
Okay.
Yeah, Clay did that one.
I thought you had. I had a feeling that somebody had that hip hop shit down pat.
Yeah. Clay did that one. I did.
Pink Floyd, Another Break in the Wall Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Shit too. We don't need no education. You know why? You know one thing about that damn fucking Pink Floyd. All I remember about that Pink Floyd that album is that the commercial always came on during the Brady Bunch on Channel 48. That shit came on religiously, boy. Mom always said, don't play ball in the house. All in all. Shit. Memories, boy. The good times, man.
It's Carrie talking myself. The chat is a team at Sun. A team, Son. Son adjusted the rules earlier in the show. I was trying to protect you from his wrath. Look, man. The rules is what the rules is. We gotta have law and order up in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Y'all just spit out anything. All wild. Y'all too wild. Let me see. Albums. It's a lot of albums out here that have been redone. I did Mary J. Blige, My Life and My Life Part 2.
Okay. Destiny Child, Wyclef Jean, No, Part 1 and Part 2.
Somebody did that already. Carla did it. Carla did that. But the thing is, that was a remix. That wasn't a Part 1 and Part 2. So it didn't count.
You've been coming up with some hard subjects on the music and the music and the dead movie shit, bro.
Nah, you just came late. All of this shit would have went over if you'd have came a little earlier. You know what I mean? Yeah. Motherfuckers done picked over all the good fruit. I mean, you left with the shit with all.
He left me a bunch of ripe bananas. He left me ripe bananas telling me to make bananas good to me.
Yeah, those soft ass peaches, make some cobbler, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with them apples. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with them dented apples. You gonna make some pie. Some pie, nigga.
Let me ask you a question, right? What about Tribe Called Quest, the Scenario Part 1 and 2?
It's been done.
Your punk ass did that shit. I hate you, son.
Don't worry about it. Well, actually, wait a minute. No, nobody did that. They didn't do the scenario. They didn't do the scenario part 2. Part 1 and 2.
Scenario Part 1, Part 2. That's my shit. See, I like that part better than Part 1.
Yeah.
EPMD, Game, Part 2.
I did that up front.
Well, see what I mean?
Yeah, I did that up front. And just in case you thinking about Redman, Superman Love, I did that one too. Yeah, I had my clip loaded in the beginning. Now I'm running around here trying to put 40 caliber bullets in a 45. Yeah, I mean,
Hollow Point said that.
Let me see.
Stevie Wonder, Fingertips, Part 1 and Part 2.
Okay. See, I'm like, I can't. I know Stevie Wonder made a bunch of Part 1 and Part 2s, like song wise, but I couldn't. I couldn't. I had nothing. I'm gonna try this though. Stevie Wonder, Ebony Eyes. Rick James and Smokey Robinson, Ebony Eyes. Well, here's why it won't work. Because the songs ain't had shit to do with each other. No 1 and no 2. But if y'all don't know that, then I'll get away with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got one for you. R. Kelly, what's the one? Trapped in the Closet.
I did that one. Oh, it looks like Carrie said, yes, we did. You were talking about who wasn't on Part 1. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I gotta take away your the 1 and 2 you did, not the Stevie Wonder one, the one before that. The rap one.
Well, Jay, I don't know which rap one. The Scenario?
Oh, the Scenario. Yeah, the Scenario 1 and 2. They did it.
Who did that?
Carrie.
Oh, okay, Carrie. I'm telling you, Carrie. I'm telling you, Carrie. Go to the gym and work out right now. Damn you, Carrie.
It was Carrie. It was Carrie.
You forgetting Carrie, a damn hip hop head too.
Oh, you know what? I got one. Schoolie D actually did a PSK, and then years later, 4 or 5 albums later, he did a PSK Part 2.
Yes, he did. Yep. Yep.
Nowhere near PSK 2 was nowhere near as good as PSK 1, but shit happens.
I mean, the only song that was him that competed that came close to competing with PSK was Saturday Night. Still, that couldn't be PSK.
It was a dope song.
Yeah, man.
One thing I liked about Schoolie D songs is his songs had a lot of scratching in them.
Yeah.
That's what I always liked about his music. I was like, this is real hip hop. He let Cold Money just go the fuck off. And I didn't know Schoolie D was actually a musician. He knew how to play a lot of instruments. So everything you heard on his shit was actually his shit. Clay said late to the party and the punch bowl is empty. Oh my gosh. All right. What you got, Troy? What you got?
I'm trying to think one. I'm trying to think of one.
What you got?
You know what I mean? Shit. I'm trying to think one. What's that song? What's that song? The song that Elton John did for Marilyn Monroe when she Candle in the Wind.
Yeah. And
he also did a part 2 for Princess Diana.
No, that don't count.
It don't count. Mm-mm. But you do remember he did that, right?
The thing is, yeah. But that's not a part 1 and a part 2. It's not even a series.
I mean, he ain't do that for real, but changed the name. Oh, man.
Candle in the Wind, but I'm thinking about the one I like was Empty Garden, the Marilyn Monroe one. Can you come out to play in my empty garden, Johnny? Oh, wait a minute. That was for John Lennon. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You stupid.
Never mind. Yeah, I mean, he dedicated so many songs to motherfucker. I'm getting them twisted. But I did like the Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. That was Candle in the Wind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you. Yeah, I forgot about the one he did for Princess Diana. All right. Carrie said this goes out to marry Diana. All right. Hold on. Let me get right. Wait a minute. All these damn rappers. There was a Dwick.
Frank Ocean had a part 1 and part 2 of Pyramids.
Okay. Gang Starr had a Dwick and a Dwick part 2, but I can't. How did Dwick part 2 go? I know it wasn't as impactful as Dwick part, the part 1. You know what I mean? But they did have a part 2. And let me see, wait a minute. And Tupac ain't had no part 1 and part 2 songs. I don't think he did. Not that I can think of, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't think of any neither. I can think of maybe a remix, but I can't think of
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Total, Kissing You and Kissing You Part 2 was actually named something totally different.
No, in Nexus. When I sing Need You Tonight.
In Excess, you mean?
In Nexus. I always say in Nexus. Yeah, in Nexus. It was the part one of the song was called Need You Tonight. And then part two of the song was called Meditate.
Okay. And Jason says Scarface had the albums My Homies and My Homies Part 2. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ice Cube ain't never redo no song or make another. He ain't do no part twos. Sure seems like he should have. Let me see. The Isley Brothers, Footsteps in the Dark, parts 1 and 2. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Troy, you got something?
No, I'm trapped in the closet of my mind right now.
Yeah. Well, Carla did Lil Wayne, the Carter 1 and the Carter 2, so I'm gonna do the Carter 3 and the Carter 4. Because you could do that. She didn't say 1 through 4. She cut it off at 2. I'm gonna extend it to 4. A series is a series.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm going to say State Property and State Property 2. It was a series. It ended at 2. But that's what it was. State Property and State Property 2.
Fleetwood Mac. Oh well, part 1 and 2.
What was that? Fleetwood Mac what?
Part 1. Oh well, part 1 and 2.
Oh well, part 1 and 2. Okay.
Oh shit, I forgot all about this one, son. Metallica, The Unforgiven, part 1 and part 2.
Okay. You Googled that?
Yes, I Googled that one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I knew about The Unforgiven, but I didn't know it had a part 2 until I Googled that.
Okay. All right.
Because I remember when I used to clean up at the Spectrum, and they performed there, and they did the song, and then after that it extended, and I'm like, was it? That's when I questioned, was it a part 2?
Okay. Carrie said Metallica had Load and Reload. Okay. Since
I like the extension. I like how you and Carrie jump from 3 to 4 and on Lil Wayne.
What up, Marvina? What's good? Run DMC. Wait a minute. No. Because they had Run's House. But that wasn't a 1 and a 2. That wasn't.
I got one. Marvin Gaye, Gotta Give It Up, part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
So you can even call Robin Thicke.
From part 3.
Part 3. All that money he had to give to the state. Oh shit.
All right. I can't believe I'm stumped out here when I had so many of these shits. Oh, we almost done anyway. I guess we did all right. Let me see.
I got one. Shit. This goes all the way up to part 6. Right? Kendrick Lamar, the Heart series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anything up to date, I got nothing.
Yeah. Did you do
but speaking of
Jay-Z, the Dead Presidents Part 2?
Did I do what?
Jay-Z, Dead Presidents Part 2.
No, I didn't. I didn't even know. He had a Dead Presidents Part 2? I didn't know that.
Did.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Jason said he did The Streets is Watching Part 1 and Part 2. And I did In My Lifetime Part 1 and Part 2. But now, wait a minute. Damn, you just made me forget the. Oh fuck. I had it.
Okay, having a little resurgence.
Wait a minute. It was definitely in the hip hop genre. It was not associated with Jay-Z. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Wait. Damn. This is an easy one, too. Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back soundtrack. No. No. All right, wait. All right. What was that? As soon as this show over, I'm gonna be like, that's the
best part of it. That's the best part of it.
Oh, The Weeknd. He had a song called Birds 1 and Birds 2.
Shit, that's one of your favorite artists. You just better do that.
That was on his first album. Birds 1 and Birds 2. So, yeah, I was like, damn.
What's your favorite Weeknd song, man?
Favorite? I don't think I have a favorite. My favorite albums were the Trilogy and his first album and his second album was by far his best projects. Everything after that, the world loved him more, but his quality, it went down. It just wasn't the same amount of depth. But
I'm gonna let you know from the door when he first came out, man. Right, and when he came out for the soundtrack, right? Well, I forgot the name of that movie.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, when he came out on that soundtrack, right? I was saying to myself, I thought The Weeknd was a group. Because you gotta have a lot of balls to name yourself after 2 days. You name yourself after Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Because you're perfect. You know it's worth it.
Yeah, that song was beautiful until I heard my boy's grandmother singing it. I'm like, I can't hear it no more.
Gary, like, I'm not a fan of The Weeknd. You don't even know how to spell it. That's not the way you spell it. He said too dark, too much anger. After he cut his hair, he wasn't angry no more. He wasn't dark no more.
Mine was I will die for you and call out my name.
He had this song on his first album. And he said,
oh, son, I forgot all about this boy. And I should know this shit because my daughters played this shit. King Von, Crazy Story, Part 1, 2, and 3. I met a girl, she's a stripper. I met a girl, something stripping nigga. She from Tennessee. And every song he snitched on himself. I'm not from 63rd. Every time he said I'm not from 63rd, right? I always ask my daughters, so if he not from 63rd, but if 63rd got a Chinese store that got the best Chinese food, got some great lo mein, would you risk your life to go to 63rd? because between 63rd, he was cool with 64th and 65th. But you had to go through 63rd to get to 65th. I mean, God damn. What? I digress.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hold on.
Right.
Oh, get to the point. Yeah, don't fall in love with a nigga like me. Yeah, that was my shit. Don't you fall in love with a nigga like me. I was like, I was really feeling that at the time. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
I got one. Let's get it on Part 1 and Part 2. Marvin
Gaye, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus said, House of Balloons, Glass Table Girls. Okay. Carla says, how about Pastor Cavazier 1 and 2, Busta Rhymes? They are two different songs. But at the same time, it is a remix.
Yeah.
So nope. No, it's a remix. It's a remix, ma. It's a remix. IJ says, I'm using...
What's the 411 Parts 1 and Part 2? Mary J. Blige.
I did My Life Part 1 and Part 2.
She had another song that had a Part 1 and Part 2. You Don't Have to Worry.
But wasn't the Part 2 a remix?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I like thank you, TK, for the compliment on that one. But I like the second one, the remix, better.
Well, we had a discussion earlier about are the Part 2s, sometimes better than the Part 1s, or do they live up to the hype as do they live up to the hype of the Part 1? Because normally you do a Part 2 when shit ain't been going right. You know what I mean? You need to catch that same energy, that same successful energy. Speaking of successful energy, I saw somebody had posted on social media this video with Lawrence Killebrew, and he was saying that like he performing in Houston and in Irving, Texas, and I was like, oh, okay.
From 2002?
Mm-mm. That's for right now.
Well, you know, he I think he's in Atlanta right now. Somebody told me this.
Well, pretty soon he's gonna be in Texas.
Hey, hopefully you watching off of them branches between the trees. In them trees.
Hey, all right. It is what it is. All right, let's do this. Let's do the poll question. Which of these is the best to you? Out of Fire Stick, cable apps plan, or Apple TV, Google TV? All right, Fire Stick is the overwhelming winner with 44%. Cable, 6%. No, nobody got cable no more. Cable apps plan, 25%. And Apple TV, Google TV, 25%. Now, what did I miss? What are those other streaming plans that you can get?
Hulu.
That's true. But Hulu is only one app. Just like Netflix is only one app.
Hulu is one. And Pluto is free.
Shoot, I mean, if you got a Samsung TV, you know, you can have Samsung TV. They got a lot of channels on there.
Shit, Clay said Roku.
Roku, there you go, Roku, yeah, Roku, yeah.
Roku.
I forgot about TiVo.
Mm-hmm.
That shit going now. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. Troy, thanks for coming through. Better late than never, my brother.
Look, man, I apologize for coming in late, man. I stay up, but my eyes be holding each other. They be holding open real hard. Then one eye say, you know what? I'm gonna rest this one eye. And the other side, you know what? I'm gonna rest this one too, man.
I'm about to see about all that right after this show.
Look, man, just holler at me tomorrow, man. But it's always a pleasure. I love everybody in the group. I mean, part of our family, you know. And much love to you, too, bro.
Got you, man. Holler at you later. All right. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 1st, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Dwight Miller. And also Tracy Albarin, Kima Smith, Grace Smallwood, Christina K, Linda Nelson, Trisha Trish, Cheryl Tish Green, and last but not least, my auntie Louise, affectionately known by the family as Seal. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious May 1st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, to rock out. Rock on it, do the damn, rock out. Rock on it, do the damn thing, and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, almost forgot about my man Nick Gate. My man is Jay. I have to say that I'm glad as hell he made it to another birthday. Who would think that we was like 15, 14? You know how it go. It was a sports team. We was younger than that. Pockets fat. No, not yet. But I knew later on it would get to the point. Who would think that we would make it to the 5-0s? He's the 5'4" for sure. Yo, actually 55. I'll be 56. That shit is quick. That shit is crazy and shit. How you see that life really goes fast, but you gotta do all you gotta do to make it last. When your brother is your brother, that's your brother. It doesn't matter. They even got a different father or a different mother, different bloodline. Yo, don't get cloudy. Yo, when I see my brother, I be like, how the hell you been? I'm glad that you're in the winner's circle, and I ain't gonna let nobody hurt you. Even though I know that you know how to take care of yourself and increase the wealth. You know, we got to do what we got to do out here. And you know that the words I'm spew out clear. It's going to get good. Sometimes it gets dark. And yo, I got this little L that we can spark. That was us in 93, 94, 95. Still have to keep it live. And we still here. Hope to see you next year. Many more after that. Yo, you know the cats that we used to run with. Some are here, some are gone. But we got to, just keep carrying on. So I'm proud of you. Yo, do what you do, and I'm going to see you on the next joint. You know how we do. All right. Like I said, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. No. We will be back tomorrow day, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Urban Therapy with Sun Show, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I got a few topics. Let me see. What are we going to talk about tomorrow? I got y'all. Be here 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and everything going to be good, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show. We had a lot of fun. Man. I appreciate y'all participation. You know what I mean? That shit, I be needing this on a regular basis. That's why we do it. So, yo, see y'all tomorrow, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I mean, get some rest right now. Get up, get dressed, and peace.